Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to VIROQUA High School. Ken Manning along with Tom Lohr. Western Wisconsin video production as we bring you non-conference girls basketball. Well, the Brookwood Falcons pick up a win on the JV side, and they're going to see if they can duplicate that here on the varsity side. And, of course, I think the VIROQUA Blackhawk girls on the varsity side, they had a chance to look and watch and see what kind of plays are being done here, Tom. And that might bode fairly well for these young Blackhawks.
Well, let's hope so. They've got to work off their experience here a little bit. They're a little more experienced squad in and see what happens.
Well, we look forward to tonight's game. We're going to set up right now and have the national anthem. We'll turn one of the mics up and we'll listen in.
Yes, all who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart.
As you were saying there, Ken, I think Brookwood's going to hopefully be a nice even challenge for this squad here, VIROQUA. Hopefully, you know, both teams can fight for their first win. They're each, I know VIROQUA's trying to rebuild, and there's no one that wants to win more than Coach Terry Sina.
Right.
Brookwood Falcons are familiar foes of the VIROQUA Blackhawks as they play their middle school schedule. You know, they kind of team up against that conference.
Oh, sure.
And so they're very familiar with each other, I think.
Right. Well, let's take a look here at the starters here for the Brookwood Falcons. We've got number 2 here, Vanessa Anderson, 32. And Kristen Berg, 22 was Mackenzie Woods. And then I lost track after that.
I thought it was Kristen Berg, I thought.
What was that?
I thought it was Kristen Berg, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yes, you're right. She's 32.
32.
Why don't you take the Blackhawks here,
Jessica
folks?
Anderson coming out here, number 12. Whitney Scrady is going to start here for the VIROQUA Blackhawks, number 24. Number 30, Maddie Ham. Zoe Clark, a little ball of energy there.
Boy, yes.
Number 34. Vanessa Lohr is going to get her first start of the year here, being a little bit ill here. So.
Both teams, let's play some basketball.
Well, we'll get things set up here, and we want to say thanks to those sponsors. We'll be mentioning them on a quick hit kind of a deal later on here as once we get things rolling. And I can find where they're at here. Oh, that's always something. It's going to be Brandel and Anderson with the jump ball, and it goes to the Falcons, and they'll get the first opportunity here tonight in this non-conference ball game. Swinging the ball over here to the near side. On the wing, the shot is up by Anderson. That is going to be off the mark, and a long rebound as well, and it winds up going out of bounds.
Coach Terry Sena, I know, has stressed the kind of packed-in philosophy of a 2-3 defense. Going to make the opposing team shoot a few threes before he's going to pop back out on them.
Let's take a look here now as the Blackhawks with the ball. Over to the far side it goes. Good bounce pass in, but it's out of bounds. Right on that inline there, Tom.
Yeah, Ken, she just I think just got kind of forced in there on a kind of a baseline trap.
Here's Berg. She goes to Anderson. Anderson to the far side it goes with Woods. They'll kick the ball back here to the near side. And a skip pass. Boy, they're moving the ball around well here for the Falcons. A shot is up. That's a little bit strong. Off from Berg. Put back no good. Rebound. Lost the handle. Back into the grips of Berg. Anderson with the three. That's no good. And there is Vanessa Lohr getting the ball and corralling that. That was a nice shot. Now she'll set up the shot off to the left here. No good. And it'll go out of bounds. Cora Brando will inbound. 23 and Michaela McGinnis, also the other starter. Here's a long three. That's going to be banked off the rim. No good. And VIROQUA will get the ball as it goes out of bounds. Into the hands of the official who was out of bounds.
He was ready for it.
He was. Good for him. Here comes the Blackhawks. Lohr with a nice looking shot, a little bit strong, and a putback by Ham, and there's a foul.
Yeah, I think that's some of what's been missing, you know, getting that ball up on the rim and then VIROQUA crashing the boards, and Maddie Ham has a nice habit of grabbing that rebound and getting it back up, so nice foul here.
That foul going on Brando. Ham will hit the first. And she'll get the second one. That is up and rolls around and drops through.
Nice job by Maddie Ham.
Yeah. Here's Anderson. She'll survey the field. Anderson is I'd call the ringleader. Tell you what, she is not afraid to pop those threes. She's got a good shot. Speaking of threes, that one coming by Berg. That's off and over the top, out of bounds. So Ham will inbound.
Well, Ken, after watching that JV game, I will give credit to the Brookwood Falcons. They are not afraid to pop the three.
Very true. Here comes a steal by Brando. Pushes the ball out in front. Lost the handle. Get us to Berg. Here comes the three. In and out. No good. We're going to get a foul on Brando on the push. And that's foul number 2 for her in the first, minute and a half here.
That's going to hurt.
That is 2.5 minutes, actually. 18-minute halves. So Cora is going to be coming out of the ball game here very shortly, as Tiara Kaiser looks like is, well, let's see who's going to come in. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, Dregney comes in. And who's our other one that just came in?
Let's see here.
Was that Deal?
Yeah, Rachel
okay.
Deal, yep.
The shot is up. We're going to get a foul here.
I don't know if they're going to call that. I think that was on the floor.
Okay.
I don't think she went through the motion of the shot,
but. Let's see, 35 is Kimber Kaiser into the ball game. Shot is up, no good. Off to the near side here, and the rebound coming away for the Falcons. Anderson stops. She'll try to pop. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, trying to track it down was Kaiser, and out of bounds it goes. Thanks to the Westby Co-op Credit Union supporting tonight's broadcast. You'll find them in many of our area communities, right here in VIROQUA, Westby, Cashton, Coon Valley, just to name a few. And the Westby Co-op Creamery when it comes to all kinds of terrific tasting dairy products. Oh, I thought that was going to be a trip for a foul, but
well,
Anderson popped right back up.
They're
again.
allowing a lot of contact, Ken.
I guess. Here's Anderson, the in and out again, no good. So thanks to the Westby Co-op Creamery, conventional and organic products. Down on the floor, that's going to be out of bounds. The ball will go back to...
They're going to bring Vanessa Lohr and Whitney Scrady right back in here for Jessica Anderson and Zoe Clark. Going to get some wind.
Well, I'll tell you what, the way Clark hit that floor on that one play, I thought, boy, is she going to get up? But she bounced right back up. Good for her.
Yeah, she's pretty tough.
Yeah, 2-0 to score again at the 14-15 mark. That ball up over the top as Berg shoots the three, and must be a little helium in that basketball. Man, it took
right back up.
It took a long,
just the right bounce.
Yeah, a long high bounce there. Well, here we go. Lohr goes inside, nice bounce pass, but lost the handle was Ham. Tell you what, that was a nice job trying to get the ball inside. Here's a shot from the wing that hits the side of the backboard. Right back into the hands of Berg. She goes up top. Anderson's shot no good, off to the right. Ham looking for a spot with the rebound. She'll get the ball to Lohr, and Vanessa will come down across the timeline. Stops, sets up shot. Oh, pretty shot right there. Lohr with the three and her first points of the year. Quick pass down below and out of the reach of McGinnis. A turnover here that favors VIROQUA.
And have Anderson come in, and Maddie Ham's going to get a break. Tell these experienced players just getting a little time on the bench over the first few games we watched, Ken, is helping.
Here comes Lohr, who just hit the three. Bounce past to Dregney. Back over to the far side with Scrady. Scrady comes back over here. Here's Lohr again. That time it's a little bit short. And the ball goes out of bounds. Jessica Anderson trying to get to it. Couldn't reach it. Well, the two Andersons on the floor, one for VIROQUA and one for Brookwood, they happen to be cousins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, I'm sure they'll...
Well, you're familiar with all the lineage as well.
A little, just a touch. That's about it. That's that one I know. But that was not a bad-looking shot there. It just was, again, rimming out.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a charge call. I really did. Nice job on the part of who is that there? Michaela McGinnis, setting her feet and getting a good position there.
There we go. Here we are now with the plays. We come back, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Vanessa Anderson. Now, Vanessa, the family will call her Nessa once in a while. Do you guys do that with your, your Vanessa?
We call her Nessa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a nickname or what? I had no clue here. So
well, it gets to be a long name if you're upset with her or something,
there you go. Or maybe when you are upset, it becomes longer.
Right. That's true. We won't talk about that.
Right. Well, thanks again to some of those sponsors. The VARSITY Funeral Home helping us out. Jay Vasitag and family since 1970. And our thanks also to the VIROQUA Food Co-op, I tell you what a terrific store for all your organic grocery products. Well, the timeout on the floor here, Tom, it's just a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here ourselves and talk about that VIROQUA Dental Center for your next beautiful smile on the north side of VIROQUA. Contact Dr. Leanne Klum. Well, what have you seen so far here in this 5-0 score for VIROQUA?
Well, I think both teams are trying to find their offense. Brookwood's the long distance shot just hadn't fallen for them. They've been VIROQUA's kind of sitting back, making them shoot that, but they'll fall, and VIROQUA should be ready. Yep,
there you go. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You have to be ready at all times. Here's Anderson across the timeline. Back to Berg, and they'll play catch here on this near wing. Anderson back up to the top here. 22 is Woods. Here's a shot, no good. And Vanessa Lohr coming away with the rebound. Good position there on the weak side. Here's a little handoff. Trying to drive in was Deal.
That was a jump ball off the dribble. Brookwood Falcons have some quick hands.
They do.
They're playing good defense, you know.
5-0 your score, though. The Blackhawks, there's the quick hands again. Anticipation by Vanessa Anderson. They'll get the ball out here. Ham to Deal. Deal tries to dribble over here to the near side. Now passes. This is going to be, that was Zoe in there. I saw 34 and I was thinking 24, but no, it's 34. Here is Deal once again.
Yeah.
And going to get called for the double dribble on that one. It looked like she wanted to just kind of push the ball over to the teammate, and next thing you know, she's dribbling again.
Well, it's happened to all of us. Our brain gets ahead of our bodies sometimes.
Yep.
We just can't do it all.
Back over to Berg and Anderson. The Falcons, Tom, still looking to try and pick up their first bucket tonight. Over in that far side, that was Berg. She was thinking about taking the shot. Now it's Anderson, wide open. Her shot again rims in and around, no good. And we're going to get a foul underneath here.
It's going to be on 35, I believe.
Kaiser?
Yeah, Kimber Kaiser.
Okay. 11:05 to go here in this first half.
Seem to be allowing a lot of contact out away from the basket, but down underneath, that's where they're calling the fouls.
Yeah, gets a little tough in there.
Yeah.
Here comes Clark, and I tell you what, nice little drive. Put the ball up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, VIROQUA doing a lot better job of driving to the rim, looking for the shot. Just looks more confident. Good competitive basketball tonight.
Right. First shot is up off the back of the iron, no good. Kyla Curie will come in, number 4 for the Falcons. Haley Nevin is also in, number 3. Rebound picked up here. Boy, I tell you what, Jessica Anderson was creating some problems there, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. She's scrappy.
Back up to Vanessa Anderson. Falcons setting up their offense. Here's a 3 on the way by Nevin, no good off the front of the rim. I'll check that. That was Carey. It went to Nevin's hands, and here comes Clark. It's tipped away.
A little bit of helter-skelter.
Yeah. Well, Zoe had the right idea, and then Vanessa Anderson came across and tipped the ball away just in time. She was thinking fast break and a 2. Here is Lohr, from way downtown. Wow. Tell you what, that was off the front of the rim, but right on the dot. She's got the range.
On the dot.
Well, that's true.
She's maybe got to drive the basket a little bit.
Another half a step, and she'd have nailed that one. Now a foul underneath here. Check that out here on the free throw line. Somebody with a reach in. That's going to go on Nevin. I'll take that back. Not on Nevin. They say number 3. No, now number 30. Okay.
That goes on Maddie Ham, right?
Ham, yep.
Yeah.
Anderson with the ball. Jessica gets across the timeline. You know, she was nice and aggressive going to the bucket against the Cashion Eagles. We'll see if she comes up with that.
Jessica did. That was a nice little catch back on her own rebound and return to the basket. And nice move.
She is watching some of the, that was Zoe Clark for 2. I'll get that wrote down here in just a second. She's been watching some of those professional basketball players and how they were able to angle it off the glass. Now a steal here. Was that Ham again?
Yeah, it was, yeah. She's a lot more active tonight.
Anderson drives into double coverage.
Yeah, a little out of control there.
Nevin and Carey.
In comes Rozeski for Maddie Ham.
Well, I tell you what, Maddie has been playing a solid ball game here. Vanessa Anderson will come across the timeline. Thanks again to the VFW of VIROQUA. No one does more for veterans than the VFW on the south side right here. Here's Anderson. That was a nice looking three, and again, rimming in and out. That cylinder has not been helpful for Brookwood right now. 7-0 your score.
The thing is, if you keep challenging, if you let them have those threes, sooner or later they'll go down. So VIROQUA probably needs to bank some points.
Well, and you kind of, you know, if you shoot what, 25, 30%, that's a really good high percentage. But right now, they've not been able to hit anything.
Well, the VIROQUA JV had that issue earlier tonight.
Yep. Well, Clark.
She did everything but grab the ball.
And then she looked at her hands like, you failed me.
Well, there's a lot of professional athletes that do that.
Oh, gosh.
It's got to be your hands.
It's got it. That's right. Well, here's a quick outlet pass up to the top. Carey with the drive. She'll look to lay it up. No good. Gregney with the rebound, and we're going to get a tackle.
Tackle on number 3.
Yeah, it was a good tackle.
It was a good form tackle.
It was a good form, yeah. Jump ball favors the Blackhawks. So it's going to be Anderson coming down. And Gregney will kick the ball back out. Clark over to Scrady. Scrady to Anderson. Anderson, nice looking shot. That's short though. And Rozeski doing a great job getting to the ball, trying to keep it alive, and it's tipped out.
Wow, they're allowing some contact.
They are.
Ken. They really are. And
yeah.
And I've seen it out of this group of officials before. They make them earn a foul.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Now it's going to be Clark going down. She kind of slipped on the floor. Here comes Nevin. She'll lay it up, and that'll be the first bucket of the night here for Brookwood.
Well, and that Ken, is what they need to prevent. Brookwood scores a lot of points in transition, and so they got to settle down. They got to be able to handle that defense.
Posh tipped the ball away, but right back into the hands of Anderson. She goes over here to Clark. No good. Rebound coming back. Shot up and good by Scrady. Well, I tell you what, Whitney Scrady kept her composure and put up a nice looking shot that dropped through the net.
Yeah, we saw her shoot a lot of different shots all night tonight, even in the JV game. But that was the first one. She stopped, gathered herself, and just set, and really it was good form.
Look, 7:42 to go. It's 9-2. And I overran my time. I am so sorry.
Oh, hey, no worries.
We're taking it back over.
I thought you were doing great. You've done this before, Ken.
Oh, I got caught up with stuff. Let's turn the mic over to Tom Lohr, and I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to
drink some water.
I'm going to drink some water and chill.
You go for it. Well, thank you so much, Ken. I do appreciate being a part of this. It's a lot of fun for me. So it is amateur night every night when I'm doing this. So Zoe Clark with the defense there on Kyla Carey. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Brookwood brings the ball out of the right sideline here. There's Nevin. Passes it over to Posh. Jessica Anderson with the rebound. Jessica's going to drive the ball up the court. She's going to kind of go all the way in. There's Haley Gregney with a nice shot. Good take. Just wouldn't fall for him. Lily Rozeski with good rebound position. Had Vanessa Anderson take a nice shot, and Rozeski was in position. That foul is going to be on Alexis Posh.
And Tom, some quick substitutions coming in. It's going to be number 10, and Kylie Powell, a sophomore. She comes into the game. Also returning is McGinnis. And I know there was a third one. I'll get that. Oh, it's Vanessa Anderson back into the game.
Okay. Back over to Clark. Clark shoots the ball. Rozeski kind of raising havoc in there, down in the rebound zone. Back out to Lohr. Down into Clark on the post. they're going to call a jump ball in favor of the arrow is going to go to Brookwood.
Well, I tell you what, again, Zoe Clark coming in, Tom, and she just tried to rip the ball away, but the tie-up was already called.
Yeah, she's probably just got to go to the rim there rather than bringing the ball back down. So in goes Vanessa Anderson. A nice penetrating drive to the basket. Passes it back out to Powell, who shoots and misses. And I'm not sure who got that rebound. Jessica Anderson's going to bring the ball up on the left wing on the top to Vanessa Lohr. Back over to the left here to Zoe Clark. Straight up on the top of the key. Vanessa's going to take that three. She's going to miss, and Powell's going to get the rebound. Gives back to Vanessa Anderson. Resets the offense over to Powell on the right wing. Back down here. I'm uncertain who has that ball. That's Kristen Berg. Back out to Vanessa Anderson. Here on the left wing. Back over to Berg. Back to Powell. A little more motion offense here on the part of Brookwood. There with the three. Lily Rozeski gets, they're going to call foul on that. That's interesting. I think every other time I would say that was a jump ball earlier in the game.
Right, exactly. That's going to go on McGinnis. That's number 7 for her, or for the team. Number one for her.
Gonna give the VIROQUA Blackhawks a bonus try from the charity stripe. Jessica Anderson with the rebound off the missed try, and Haley Dregge with a nice rebound and the putback. VIROQUA setting up in kind of a 2-3 floating defense. They're coming back out on these Falcons, I think, to make them move the ball a little more, try to get some turnovers. Here's a three-point attempt on the part of Berg, and Vanessa Anderson gets a nice rebound and the putback there. So with a score of 4 for Brookwood and 11 for the VIROQUA Blackhawks. Berg coming back out here, and they're aggressive. They're playing some. Oh, that wasn't Berg.
That was Woods.
Mackenzie Woods.
Yeah.
Apologize for that. Jessica Anderson over here with the possession arrow that on the jump ball that went to VIROQUA. Whitney Scrady tries to give the ball into Ham at the free throw line. Haley Dregge drives and shoots. It was a nice little drive to the basket. And Lily Rozeski's going to get one of those frustration fouls. She's got to walk away from those.
Yep. Well, she looked like she was going to get the rebound, and then Powell just kind of scooted in there, and
she's
good
that's
position.
A wrestling family, right? The Powells?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
that's the wrestling family too.
She knows how to. She's good at that.
She can hold her own.
So Woods over here. This is over to McGinnis, and Vanessa Anderson's going to pop the three, and that's a missed opportunity, and it's going to go back to VIROQUA.
Anderson and Powell for the Falcons are buddies, and so once they get going more, see, Powell's been out. They went elk hunting a couple weeks ago, so she's just coming back. So
did she get one?
No, they didn't. But they had fun with it. Her and her dad and a couple other siblings. They'll probably go back next year and try again.
Well, a lot better ball movement on the part of the VIROQUA Blackhawks here. And Zoe Clark gets a pass from Vanessa Lohr as she was driving the basket. It was really close to a charge, but not quite able to get in position. So Zoe Clark's going to miss the first free throw. She's got to take her time and use those knees.
Yep.
Second attempt is up over the rim and good. There you go.
That looked a little better.
All right, so we're going to have a score of 12-4 in favor of the VIROQUA Blackhawks over the Brookwood Falcons. Kristen Berg, she's going to shoot the three. Zoe Clark, instead of letting that go, kind of boxes out. Vanessa Lohr is going to bring the ball down, push it to Anderson here on the left wing. Jess is going to make a move to the basket. Back out to Lohr. Lohr brings it back to the center of the court. Bounces, passes it to Clark. Clark brings it down on the baseline. Not sure who she was throwing to, and neither were the Blackhawks. But Powell loses the ball. Anderson gets it. Vanessa's going to get the ball eventually. Now Powell's going to cover her all the way three-quarter court. Vanessa's going to drive down in the corner of Doom. Comes back out to Jessica. Jessica brings it to Ham with a nice half little free throw shot there. Nice offense. I mean, it was a semblance of offense at least. So Powell brings the ball up, pushes it back over to Berg on the right wing. Let's see, that is Nevin. Nevin cross courts the pass back over to McGinnis. McGinnis out to Powell. And Haley Dregney gets the rebound, but then they're going to call another jump ball. This one's going to the favor of Brookwood.
You know, good sportsmanship there by both Nevin and Dregney. Dregney was basically sitting on top of her, but she helped her up, and they kind of shook hands on the, on that exchange. So that's good.
It is a respectable game. This is good competitive basketball. Not the greatest offensive show on hardwood, but it is early in the year. So shot there by Vanessa Anderson and a rebound by Vanessa Lohr. Vanessa Lohr is going to bring it on the right side, try to enter the ball down in the wing, and another jump ball. How many is that, Ken?
Boy, it's got to be 4 right now, I would think. Wow. It just seems like it.
Crazy.
3 or 4 for sure.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. Zoe Clark with a nice move to the basket, but now she's down kind of for the count. And Rachel Dio tries to bring that ball in. Now Zoe Clark's going to get a jump ball.
I tell you what, now that was hustle. She's laying down face first on the floor underneath the basket, gets up, kind of shakes it off, and then gets a tie-up.
Well, she was kind of like playing possum.
There you go.
But Rachel Deal had a nice entry pass idea into the post there for Maddie Ham. Maddie just wasn't quite ready for it. So 3-point shot by Vanessa Anderson. It's going to be another jump ball between Ham and Powell.
Real quick, I'll mention a couple of those sponsors. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, so much care, so close. I also want to say thanks to Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. For over 100 plus years, they've been supporting the area.
Kylie Powell, a sophomore for Brookwood, has added some energy when she came in here for Brookwood.
That's true.
She's really got. Wow! They're letting them play.
I thought there had been 2 fouls there.
2.5. Minute 35 left to play. Comes over here to McGinnis. Back to Berg. Back to Woods. Then to Powell. Timeout on the part of Brookwood. Well, we've got a score of 12-4 in favor of VIROQUA. Kind of a stymied offense here by the Brookwood Falcons, but it's only a matter of time until the lid's off.
Well, you'd think some of those threes would start to those sponsors, and it's going to be Vernon Electric Cooperative supporting today's broadcast out there on Saugstad Road, and Vernon Communications, thanks to them for coming up with the idea of the school channels, and we're doing this on Channel 6 through Vernon Communications. Snowflake Ski and Golf down at Timber Coulee, thanks to Steve and all that terrific fun bunch down that direction. And Sleepy Hollow supporting the broadcast, thanks to Spanky, that's Levon, and Michelle, just to make that clear. So I tell you what, you've seen some of their commercials, and they're just great commercials, especially the one with the electric car, and
they're trying to check the oil.
Trying to check the oil and stuff.
Yeah, Sawyer really liked doing that.
They're hilarious. Great bunch.
Down to Berg on the left corner, back to Powell here, back over to Vanessa Anderson on the right. Now back to Berg. Brookwood kind of running a baseline offense. They're running Berg up and down the baseline, trying to get her open on the 3. She's up with a 3 and no good. It's going to be tipped out. How the heck was that? Vanessa Anderson caught the ball.
That's what I thought.
She must have just seen into the future. Oh, there's. Okay, back over to Vanessa Anderson with a nice 3 attempt. They're open threes. They've almost got to take them. Vanessa Anderson with a penetrating dribble, shoots from the free throw line and gets fouled by Vanessa Lord.
Yeah, the two Vanessas met on that one. So Anderson will try to put some points on the board with 39 seconds remaining in the half.
Vanessa Anderson up, bounces through, kind of bangs on the rim and comes back out. Second attempt by Vanessa Anderson here for Brookwood. Up and good. That's going to give Brookwood 5 points to VIROQUA's 12. 39 seconds left. VIROQUA setting up here. Brookwood putting on a pressure defense, I think, try to get a turnover here to score before the half. Cross-court pass. Vanessa uses her body, gets up, gets a nice shot, kind of off the penetration, and draws the foul.
Well, thanks to, how about Sealand's Carpetland, one of our new sponsors. That's Tim Sealand out there in right in the center, right in the heart of Coon Valley. Contact him, talk to Paige or any of the associates. Scenic Bluffs Community Health in cash in the corporate office. Boy, what a terrific job they continue to do with behavioral, medical, and much, much more.
So Vanessa, good for 1 on that pair of free throws.
Okay, make sure we get that marked down.
Back to Anderson on the right wing, over to Powell on the left. Back to Anderson, over here to Carey. Carey brings it back. They're kind of setting up for the last shot here. Back to Carey. She's going to shoot the 3.
Oh,
no good. We're going to end the first half with a score of 13-5. VIROQUA 13, Brookwood Falcons 5. We're going to take a break here, and I believe, Ken, you're going to play Terry Sina's interview. Is that correct?
We're gonna try and get that in now since I messed up and was too busy talking to some folks around here.
While you're listening to that, you get to watch these young little hoopsters here.
There you go. That'll be fun too. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we're going to come right back here, listen on with head coach Terry Sina. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to VIROQUA, site of tonight's non-conference game between the Lady Blackhawks and the Brookwood Falcons. With me, head coach Terry Sina. Terry, thanks for taking the time out here once again. We get to talk some more Blackhawk basketball.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. It's good to be back after the break. So,
you know, talking about the break, let's go back. It's been a week now where you hosted the Cashton Eagles, and I tell you what, a competitive game. Eagles came out on top, but I said this before, I've said it to other people, your kids played their hearts out, I thought.
Yeah, I could not be more proud of the effort that they put in for sure. I mean, we were down, and not to make excuses, but we were down to about six players in that game at certain points in the second half for sure. So yeah, the effort was great. We started to make some of those. We got a little more decisive with our decision making and things like that versus the first couple games where it was very tentative and you know, that kind of goes with the new coaching staff and you know, they're learning a lot of new stuff, new terminology, a lot going on in their heads at this point. So if we can start getting into that point where they're confident in making those decisions, even if they're not always the right decision, at least they're making those decisions and going with it kind of thing. So we need that, and that happened a lot on Tuesday night, and I was very happy with some of those things. So.
I thought that, as you said, making those decisions, you took some really nice-looking shots. They were just either off the rim in the front or hit the back. I mean, it's ever so close. And I'm trying to think of a couple of the girls that really kind of took charge there, and I'm going to have to ask for your help on that.
Yeah. Zoe Clark had a big night. I think she had 14 points.
Yeah.
Jessica Anderson was really attacking the rim. I don't think she scored as many points, but was getting some good looks. I think Maddie Ham got a couple of nice looks. Whitney Scrady too. She's an aggressive player, so yeah, that's a good thing.
I did feel sorry for Whitney. She was bringing the ball down, a lot of double team once in a while. She was red in the face, but boy, she had such great heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we had the first two games where it was really long, athletic players, and Caston had some of those too, and they were, you know, fast and good, strong kids. So they really tested our girls for sure. So
I thought you mentioned Zoe, and that was the one that I was thinking of. She took some nice shots, but boy, is she ever aggressive. And she, maybe the first couple of fouls were like a little, oops, shouldn't have done that. But then she kind of figured things out.
Yeah, she does adapt very well, and she's very coachable. She, you know, usually when something like that happens, maybe one of those fouls that it's like, oh shoot, kind of thing, you know, right. She knows it right away.
Yeah.
You know, and and how do we get moved on from that? So, and then that'll be a test for her, and because that aggressiveness, you know, and I never want to take that aggressiveness away from a kid, because that's what makes you a good player is being aggressive. So it's finding that balance for sure. Yeah.
Kind of let the reins loose a little bit. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And as you've seen in our first few games, we struggle to score a little bit. So having a player like that who does look at the rim, you know, every time she touches the ball, that's the first look is to the rim. We need that. So, and we need more players that are willing to do that. And we'll get there, but that's just some of those things that we're teaching, that those kids, the first look to the hoop. I mean, we got to score, right? You know, so we can always pull back from that, but getting them to be aggressive is a good thing.
Well, I really enjoy watching those kids out there playing, and they got such great heart. Let's take a look at tonight's game, if we can, for a moment. Brookwood Falcons come to town. They've been struggling a little bit, too. They're a young bunch, kind of like you guys. I don't think it's a mirror image in any way, shape, or form here. I just think that it's two teams that are looking to try and compete really hard against each other.
Yeah, I do too. And they've played some good opponents as well. So, I mean, as we have, I do think there's a lot of similarities between the two teams, and I think tonight will be a nice chance for both of us to play kind of a competitive game where we're, you know, just fighting it out a little bit. Yeah. So it'll be a nice change or nice thing for both of us, I think. So
how did the week go from Caston to tonight with the break in there and everything for practice and that? How did that mix come about?
Yeah. So I'm getting soft in my old age, Coach. I gave him a few days off.
Oh, there you go. You got to get fresh legs.
Right. When we are kind of short-handed on players, and it was a tough couple first weeks of I'm expecting a lot in practice, some high-intensity stuff, so that we can get to game speed. And then we jumped in and we got game speed pretty quick with Royal and Richland Center and Caston. Those are three good opponents. I just kind of thought giving them a little bit. We had an open gym, and then we had a practice, and you know the practice was kind of ugly, as you'd expect coming back from all that turkey. But it was good. It was good to get back, and I think we're rejuvenated a little bit. You know, I know it's early in the year, but it's still one of those things where it can wear on the bodies, especially early. You know, getting those bodies into good shape. You know, we got some nicks and stuff, and I think they're seeing that. You know what? You might have some injuries throughout the year, or some hurts, some bumps and bruises, you know. So I think that'll just help us in the long run. But yeah, I'm getting a little soft, man. I don't know.
It happens to all of us, I'm sorry to say. Terry, I want to say thanks for taking the time out here. Wish you the best of luck tonight. And, you know, go Blackhawks, I guess is kind of what you want to say if you're on that side of the bench, right?
That sounds good to me. I like to hear that, yeah. And I'm just looking for a competitive game, and I appreciate you being here and doing this for us. So that's great.
Well, we look forward to that tip-off. We'll have the national anthem and the tip-off. Thanks again to head coach Terry Sina as we talk Blackhawk basketball.
Check. Oh.
I got to turn my mic on and turn things around.
Well, it's funny how many times I went up there at set number 3 and done that, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, I don't have my microphone on. That's what I was blaming the sound guy.
What's going on over there? Well, let's take a quick look at the scoring here tonight, and then a couple of sponsors, and then another quick break. Right now for the Brookwood Falcons, they're sitting with 5 points, and it's going to be 3 points from Vanessa Anderson and 2 from Haley Nevin. Those are the scoring totals for the Falcons. Meanwhile, with the lead at 13-5, the VIROQUA Blackhawks. Well, Whitney Scrady has 2. Maddie Ham has a couple of free throws for 2. Zoe Clark with a field goal and a free throw, and for 4 points, and 3 points, and Vanessa Lohr with 4 points, as she has a 3-pointer and a free throw to have the lead by 8 at 13-5 here for VIROQUA. Our thanks going out to some of those sponsors. Riverbank supporting tonight's broadcast. You'll find them in Westby and in Coon Valley. Thanks to Rich and the crew at Right Choice Construction out there on Black River Avenue in Westby, and Premier Co-op when it comes to Ace Hardware, and of course Senex Gasoline right there in downtown Westby. Well, Tom, the Blackhawks with the lead, and what do you think as far as maintaining that pressure that they've been putting on the Falcons?
Well, I think sooner or later the lid's going to come off the basket for Brookwood, but I would say that this packed-in philosophy on the part of the VIROQUA Blackhawks is paying off, limiting turnovers. I think having Vanessa Lohr back has just created kind of a proverbial sigh of relief. The whole team looks a little more relaxed, and just having her out on the court. She's been out there for 4 years. She's a 4-year starter, in a limited program. I think it's made a big difference, and kudos to Brookwood's energy. They're working hard. They're trying hard. It's just when the baskets aren't falling. I guess the JV game proved that when the ball's not going in, it's just not going to go in.
Right. So. Well, let's take a real quick break, 30-second break. We'll be back with more here as second half action coming up in 30 seconds. Returning here to tonight's ball game is non-conference. We will mention one more quick sponsor, and that's our good friends at Nordic Lane, Scott and Sue Sordahl. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast up there at Nordic Lanes. Well, we're going to start things off with Tom Lohr in the second half action.
All right, we're going to bring the ball back over here to Anderson, who drives in with a penetrating dribble. Zoe Clark, Vanessa Anderson, that is, shot the ball. Zoe Clark boxed out for a rebound and saved a kind of a fumble out of bounds. Gets VIROQUA. Zoe Clark tries to drive and kind of gets the ball, gathers it back in and puts it back up, but doesn't get the ball to fall into the basket. I think that was Cora Brando with the rebound, and Vanessa Anderson brought it up the court, back down in here to Berg on the right wing, up to the kind of a cross-court pass here on the part of Anderson to Berg, and then looks like they're going to try a little different passing philosophy here, try to cross the defense up.
Cora Brando back into the ball game here. She had 2 quick fouls, and we did not see her the rest of that first half, Tom. So let's see how she handles coming off the bench with such a long rest.
So Brookwood coming out in a full court defense. VIROQUA does a nice job of busting it, but just got to finish a little bit there, Zoe.
Well, she was right to the bucket, though. Good try.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Back over here to Berg in the left corner. Back out to Woods. Into Cora Brando. Brando takes a drive to the lane and is fouled. I believe that's Whitney Scrady.
Might have been Ham. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's going to be called on Whitney Scrady.
I didn't see her reach in. I saw Ham from behind. I thought, oh, man, she tried to body
Anderson
up with
with
her.
the 3. So, and that's Woods with the rebound. Anderson with the bank shot, 3. Going to bring the score to 13-8.
Well,
VIROQUA trying to respond to the first here. Vanessa bringing the ball up.
She's first don't succeed, try again, right?
Right. Oh, it was a nice shot. She's going to keep shooting them, as I said. Going to be a foul on the part. Is that Cora Brando that they're going to call that on?
If it is, that's number 3.
Yeah, I think she's going to get pulled pretty fast here.
Sometimes you just have those nights.
Oof. Anderson just gets the ball in on time. Whitney Scrady does a nice job of getting a shot off to the rim. Now I got to make those counts from the charity stripe matter.
That might have been, it was McGinnis with the foul. That's number 2 on her, and number 2 for the Falcons team-wise.
So Whitney does sink that free throw. Nice job.
Point number 3 for her tonight as we say thanks to Main Street Mobile Mart right here in Viroqua with Synergy Mobile Fuel.
So Whitney Scrady misses the second free throw attempt, and then Jessica Anderson gets the rebound. Vanessa gets an open three, kind of makes them pay.
Boy, I guess.
17-8, the score. Good balanced offensive approach here from Viroqua tonight. Down to Berg here in the left corner. Back out to Woods, and Vanessa Anderson is getting warm.
She had a chance to set up and
shoots a 10-footer.
Square up.
17-10 the score. Jessica Anderson dribbles, kind of comes back to Vanessa Lohr here. Vanessa, I can't believe that won the foul, but Vanessa brings it over to Whitney Scrady. Scrady brings it into the post. Nice job. Oh. Cora Brando drives the ball, and Maddie gets the ball away from her, but Whitney Scrady has a double dribble call. Or no, I'm sorry.
It was something that goes against.
It was Berg, I think, with a double dribble. I'm not sure. Woods is going to bring it in to Vanessa Anderson. Vanessa's going to bring over here, try to enter the ball on the left side. Back over to Woods, over to Berg in the far right corner. Back up on the top of the key into Cora Brando. She's going to shoot off the glass and in.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
17-12. So the Falcons with a little bit of a, Falcons with a little offensive explosion here off the press. Jessica Anderson just came back with that foot and went out of bounds. Anderson down in there to Berg. It shoots the three. Wow. A little less pressed, I think. 17-15. Timeout on the part of Viroqua. We'll take a quick break. Or do you want some sponsors?
No, let's do that break.
Okay.
Returning here to Viroqua, let's take a look at another one of our sponsors. How about Main Street Designs? That is Leah Kroom in Westby. When it comes to shampoos, haircuts, you name it. Pretty good styling. All that from Leah Kroom right on Main Street. And of course, our thanks to Gunderson Health, the Viroqua Clinic right here in downtown Viroqua, part of that great Gunderson Health system.
So coming off that timeout, Terry Sina, I think, trying to settle the Blackhawks down, come up with a little different approach here on the press. And Jessica Anderson ends up almost getting the ball stolen, but drives it all the way down, protects the ball enough to get. Oh, there we go. So Vanessa Anderson's going to have the reach-in foul on Maddie Ham.
Well, all of a sudden the ball was there, and then it wasn't.
Right.
And you can credit Ham for that one. That was
fortunate.
good.
Fortunate for Viroqua to get the ball down the court. The Falcons definitely are feeding off the energy of that full-court press.
Well, now, are they calling this an intentional foul? Because, or they're saying that she was in the act of shooting. Oh, well, that's a strange one, to be honest with you.
Well, I think she followed through enough.
Did she? Okay, I wasn't.
I mean, that's had to be the way they called it. Because
I honestly wasn't paying attention to that part of it.
I think if she'd have stopped the act, I don't know. She ends up sinking both free throws, fortunately enough. So a good competitive basketball game here. I think relieving to both of these two teams, are both looking for their first win. But either way, Viroqua needs to get a handle on the ball a little bit. Berg with a three-point shot. Zoe Clark end up with the rebound, kicks it back to Maddie Ham, and then Vanessa Lohr brings it up the court. She brings it down onto the right wing, tries to enter the ball here into Cora Brando, and Clark ends up making a nice move to the basket and draws the foul. So I think a good strategy on the part of Teresina here to try to get to the rim, get Brookwood in some foul trouble here. There's no doubt that's probably what the conversation was like at the timeout.
Well, it is the 4th team foul on Brookwood. That particular foul goes on McGinnis. That's number 3 for her.
I'm sure he's hoping that's going to draw him out of that press a little bit. So Zoe Clark ends up hitting 1 out of 2 here from the free throw line. And VIROQUA going into a little bit of a pressure defense themselves, bringing it down the court. Jessica Anderson ends up getting the tip pass from Zoe Clark off the Brookwood fumble. Maddie Ham with the she ends up rebounding the pass or the shot from Jessica Anderson. Brookwood brings the ball down to the free throw line. Jessica Anderson with the 3, and she hits that. She's going to score 18 for Brookwood. VIROQUA brings the ball in, gets it to Jessica Anderson, who then enters the ball in the center of the court to Vanessa Lohr. Vanessa driving down to the post, and it's going to be Woods kind of pushes that ball out of bounds on the baseline. Going to give VIROQUA a chance to set up. Jessica Anderson throwing the ball in. She's struggling finding a place. Gives it to Vanessa. Vanessa gives a shot fake, and she ends up with a nice 10-foot shot on the left of the lane.
That was Vanessa?
Yep. So Vanessa Anderson brings it into Berg, who banks a 2.
And,
So a game that struggled with offense is all of a sudden.
is that Vanessa Anderson?
That was Berg.
Oh, Berg, okay.
Berg ends up stealing it. Ball ends up traveling.
Wow.
So a lot of higher energy basketball here on the part of both teams, kind of feeding off this full court pressure from Brookwood and 3/4 court pressure from VIROQUA. Maddie Ham going to bring the ball in. Maddie passes the ball to Whitney Scrady. Scrady ends up getting the ball taken away from her by McGinnis, but then she ends up falling on her knees and kind of moving, and she ends up with a travel ball.
She slid about 4 feet.
It was a not well planned way to get the ball across court for VIROQUA.
There you go. Oh my goodness.
Brookwood definitely adding energy to their defense. They continue to pressure VIROQUA and get turnovers, which is what they want to drive their offense. Jessica able to gather the ball, ends up getting called on a double dribble. Nice move to the basket. Vanessa's going to come back in for Jessica Anderson. Vanessa Lohr, that is. Haley Dregney's going to run down to about 3/4 court, pick up Vanessa Anderson on a man-to-man. Now they're going to go back to the 2-3 zone. So VIROQUA attempting to slow Brookwood down a little bit here. Vanessa Anderson with a shot, and it goes in and out. Rebound by Vanessa Lohr. Vanessa looking to push the ball up, but on the part of poor communication, Maddie Ham was trying to set a screen, and Vanessa was trying to get the ball to her down. Just kind of
thinking about her, thinking about her teammate, but that time it just backfired a touch.
So Vanessa Anderson's going to have the ball over here, going to bring it back over to Powell on the left side. Vanessa Anderson's going to take another 3. She's going to hit it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All 3 that she's made this half.
Brings the ball. She's going to get called by, they're going to have Powell called for the foul here. So we've got 3 on McGinnis. We've got 3 on Cora Brando. And I think Powell, that was her first foul.
The way they were letting them play the first half, I was a little surprised.
It's interesting. Maddie Ham's going to get called for the foul on the runner attempt from Vanessa Anderson. Vanessa Anderson really high energy here trying to change this game.
24-23 VIROQUA, and Vanessa Anderson can tie things up, take the lead.
And she does.
Has the tie now.
Second attempt here from Vanessa Anderson. Is no good. Rebound by Ham. Throws it over, and Vanessa Lohr quick throws it up the court to Zoe Clark. Nice awareness pass, and they end up getting a quick score. Now Clark comes down, fouls Berg on a layup attempt.
Well, I tell you what, that was quite a pass from Vanessa all the way down to Clark. That was a great shot.
Yeah, it was a nice. The offense just looks more liquid as a whole. They definitely.
Take a look at embroidery and more. That's Greg Danes and his crew out there at 210D Swingham Road in Westby. And right here in VIROQUA, it's Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service. Thanks to Mark Evinger and his family as they continue to support all of our many broadcasts and, of course, area athletic games.
So both free throw attempts by Kristen Berg were unsuccessful, and then we had a tie-up. A tie-up jump ball, and the arrow went to VIROQUA. Now Cora Brando knocked the ball out of bounds, trying to push the ball up the court. Vanessa Lohr here dribbles into the corner on half court, tries to push the ball into Jessica Anderson. Jessica back, tries to go out to Dregney. They push the ball up to Vanessa Anderson, and she's in and good with the layup. Terry Cena's going to have another full timeout.
Yeah, well, he should, as all of a sudden it's tied up. You can just kind of feel that momentum switching just a touch here, Tom. I think that's a good timeout.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's got to settle them down a little bit, and they just got to handle that press.
Yeah,
but they're covering the court well.
Well, let's take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Returning here to VIROQUA, and our thanks to one more quick sponsor. How about the Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte and Sarah out there in Coon Valley. All your title insurance needs.
Well, we're gonna have a foul here called on the part of Vanessa Anderson. They were scrambling for the ball, and they're going to call that a reach. VIROQUA's got to learn how to bust this press, or this game's going to not turn out the way they want it to.
They called that one on McGinnis.
Whitney Scrady. Oh, on McGinnis.
So that's number 4 on her. Wow.
Well, as I said, in my experience over the years of watching this Brookwood team, they like to score off turnovers. They don't do well in a set offense, and it's showing in the second half, no doubt.
Well, we get a reach-in foul here.
So I think Coach Cena's strategy here of getting them to the line, try to win this game with free throws, slow the game down a little bit. I think that's what he's going to try to do.
That foul, by the way, was on Anderson.
It's only her second.
Going up against her cousin on that one.
Zoe Clark with the rebound. She's just got to finish those.
Yep.
Vanessa Anderson ends up the benefactor of the rebound, I believe, from McGinnis. Vanessa Anderson with the 3 attempt, unsuccessful. And Zoe Clark ends up getting the ball to Dregney, who attempts a shot off the side of the basket here on the right side, down by the block, and misses, and it ends up getting pushed out of bounds by Brookwood. Whitney Scrady drives to the basket. Nice little drive. Took what the defense gave her.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was. Whitney looks a lot more comfortable here in this varsity game. Berg gets the ball on the right side, back over to Anderson. Powell, they're just kind of pushing the ball around the perimeter here. Jessica Anderson's going to get called on the hold of McGinnis to come and get that ball. I would say the officiating is a little rusty as well. It's lacking consistency tonight.
Yeah, it seemed like some of the stuff that happened in the first half is getting called the second half.
Yeah, now we've got a jump ball on the entry pass going back to Brookwood. They're going to inbound it again. Oh, she jumped it. She bounced it off the. So this is going to be on Cora. I think Cora Brando is going to get the fourth foul called on here. But I think Coach Berg's probably going to just leave her in and see how it plays out. She's changed the game down on in the rebounding area.
Yep.
So Maddie Ham to shoot a bonus shot. The situation where we need to make these free throws. If you're VIROQUA, it's they were doing better earlier in the game, but now all of a sudden they've gone cold from the free throw line.
Alexis Posh does come in for Brando, by the way.
Nice identification there by Jessica Anderson. Maddie Ham was wide open on the block, and then Maddie missed that shot, and Jessica came right back in, and it was a good job on her part. So Jessica Anderson's going to bring this ball up.
First bucket for Anderson, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have believed that.
I know. I had to do a double take.
Nice job. Oh, wow. Jessica, she almost was surprised to be that open, I think.
Yeah.
Over to Berg on the right wing. McGinnis makes a nice cut. Over to Powell. Over to McGinnis. Or no, that's Woods on the left wing here. Woods going to try to enter the ball on the post down to Alexis Posh, who's in the game, I think, for the first time, huh?
Yes, it is.
And so Brookwood almost wanted to slow this game down a little bit on offense. They're trying to give, I think, Vanessa Anderson a little bit of a break and let her get her win here to end this game as hot as she was shooting threes. So nice screen there by Maddie Ham. Maddie kind of playing all kinds of different, doing all kinds of different things here tonight. Very good teammate on Maddie Ham's part.
7:38 to go here in the game.
Oh, I'll hand it over to you, Ken. I stepped on you.
Well, that's okay. We're good. 32-26 your score here as VIROQUA with that 6-point lead. Anderson, as Tom said, was hot in this second half with those threes. Now kind of has cooled off just a touch. She hasn't really touched the ball that much. Brando back into the game with those 4 fouls. Her shot is off here to the left and a rebound by Lohr. Anderson bringing the ball down the court, kind of chasing Lohr a little bit here. Now Vanessa sets up the 3. Oh, back of the rim, no good.
Yeah, she's got to foul her shot. It was a good take, but just got to follow that in there.
Brando with the long rebound, gets it across the timeline, and now Brookwood will set up shop. Again, down by 6. We're just under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Quick pass over here. Come back up top from Powell.
Well, the way it looks, Ken, is they've got Dregney kind of on a one-on-one philosophy with Vanessa Anderson.
Okay, here's
and then they're playing the rest of it's kind of playing a 2-3 zone. Or, it's a kind of a hybrid defense the way it looks. A good adjustment on the part of Teresina's part.
Yeah,
but that was a great move there by Vanessa Anderson. Unreal.
And that was good for 2. It's 32-28 as Brookwood will call the quick timeout. We'll do the same. It's a 1-minute timeout. 32-28 our score. Let's take a peek at another one of our sponsors, the Daily Brew on the north side of Westby. Thanks to that great crew. My goodness, some great breakfast sandwiches and much more. Here is Clark. Well, I tell you what, she went strong to the bucket and laid it up and in.
Yeah, she took her time with that. She's, just got to slow that shot down enough. Nice job by Scrady.
Yeah, Scrady tipping the ball away from Brando. And another attack. And that is Scrady. She turned her ankle on the way down.
Yeah, my ankle hurts up here.
Yeah,
wow,
that was a tough one.
Look at that. She's up and going. She's trying to tough it out. But, oof. It's one of those where it just kind of goes on you, and maybe you just wrap it up quick. But they don't do that anymore with the trainers around here. Yeah, I know. Coach would say, wrap it up and get out there. Yeah, exactly. My coach would put us on a cast almost when we played. It was so tight. Wow. Inside pass, that's tipped away, and Brookwood will maintain possession underneath their own basket. Well, VIROQUA stepped up their defense in this individual man-on approach here on the part of Dregney is I think, been effective. That was the inside pass. Brando with the shot, no good, and trying to chase it down, and I believe that was McGinnis who winds up kicking it out of bounds. Ham to Anderson for VIROQUA. 5:40 to go and a 36-28 lead. Nice layup here attempt. That's no good, and out of bounds it goes. Boy, Clark again going to the bucket. Yeah, if she can finish all those, I mean, man, oh man, good percentage shot. And she really flows to the basket well. They'd be up by about 16 right now. If they're really, and that's not a slam on her at all. It's just, sometimes that ball just rolls around the rim. A three on the way by Anderson, no. Putback, no good. Another putback. Oh, nobody boxed out McGinnis, and she's able to get two. That is her first bucket of the night. Coming at a good time for Brookwood as they got back within 6 now at 36-30. Anderson with the ball control gets across the timeline, goes to Clark. Clark lays it up a little bit hard, back of the rim. Rebound is Ham, and she puts it up and in. Wow, has Ham been in the right spot at the right time tonight? She's done a nice job. Cool and collected on that one as she banked it in. Here's a shot off the front of the rim, no good. Powell had it and lost it. Back to Vanessa Lohr. Lohr on the drive, right side. She stops, has it tipped away. Oh, she's going to be called for a travel. Well, that's an interesting one. She thought she was fouled. Well, I think she was fouled after the travel. She was up and down, and she left the floor. Okay. What happened? See, I didn't see that part of it, so that was good. Good catch on your part. Well, guess who's back into the ball game? If I was Vanessa, I'd have thought I would have gotten fouled. There you go. Whitney Scrady back in after coming out with that little tweak of the ankle. But she seems to be in pretty good stance there defensively. Quick pass here is a shot by Powell, no good, and a rebound coming away to Anderson. Tip from Ham. Quick outlet pass, threading the needle. Layup is good. Oh, what a different looking team tonight, huh, Ken? They really are. They're being aggressive, going to the bucket. That was Clark with another two. Here's a three on the way. That's awfully strong. Brando with the rebound. Put back. Oh, rolled around. No good. Tried to get it again, and now from behind it's going to be Vanessa Lohr on the foul. Well, good energy on the part of both of these teams tonight. I think it's great competitive basketball. It's fun to watch. It's good to see them in a good, tight game here. Culver's of VIROQUA supporting tonight's broadcast. Stop in there for Butterburger, Deluxe Burger, and much, much more. On the north side of VIROQUA, Coon Valley Telecommunications, where you're enjoying tonight's ball game on Channel 6 on their system. We appreciate Coon Valley. Thanks to Carol and all the crew on Central Avenue. That's going to be an air ball, and nothing doing here. 40-30 your score. 3:54 remaining in the ball game. Ham to inbound, gets it to Anderson. A quick little semi-double team, and the ball is tipped away by Vanessa Anderson. Wow, that Vanessa Anderson's fast. She's really quick. She is. She's only a sophomore. Yeah. Wow. That ball's tipped away. They'll stay with the Blackhawks. Some bright future, I think, on the part of Brookwood with these, these young sophomores.
Yeah, you got her and Powell, and you got just a good bunch of kids in here. And the juniors are, you got a ton of juniors getting some playing time. Into Lohr, and she gets the outlet pass. Oh, beautiful job here by VIROQUA. And credit Vanessa Lohr with the jump start on that one.
Well, Vanessa looked up court. I kept thinking they got to throw that ball down the court. They're leaving them down there.
Well, Jessica Anderson laid it up and in, and it's a 12-point lead.
Well, I think a slowed down offensive philosophy on the part of Brookwood, try to get to the line, keep these minutes on the clock, and get as many point attempts as possible.
Shot is up and good.
I'll never forget Eric Anderson when he used to watch these games, and his daughter was playing, and there were all these timeouts at the end and everything, and it just drove him nuts. He thought if we had that many timeouts and we were wrestling, a meet would last 3 hours.
It would. 42-31 the score, and the timeout here by VIROQUA. Thanks going out to Chaseburg Farmers Union Club, John Maslevicek and his great crew, serving Red Mound, of course, the Red Mound area. Don't forget Stoddard and Chaseburg, and all the way around here. I've seen them out in the Coon Valley, obviously, up in Cashton.
Cashton, yeah. I know on the feet side, they've been spreading their wings. I see their truck all the way up in West Salem country all the time.
Yeah. I thought I saw them once there this summer. Now that you say that.
Ages away.
There you go. Well, here we are as we take a look. Ham will look to inbound. Oh, that is Scrady not able to hang on to that one. 3:26 to go here in a 42-31 ball game.
Kind of a nervous smile on the part of Scrady. She just knew she lost the handle.
They'll go down low and trying to put the ball up. No good. Lohr doing a nice job with the ball handling. Now dishes off. Scrady shot short. Rebound attempt coming up here.
It's another jump ball, Kim.
How about that? Surprise. Ham and Brando tied up on that one. Here's a shot up, and that's no good. Rebound coming away. Quick outlet pass again by Lohr. What good vision she has on that one. And Zoe Clark is the recipient of a couple of those good passes.
Yeah, a lot better transition ball tonight on the part of the VIROQUA Blackhawks.
Here's Anderson in front of the rim. No. Nevin with the shot. She gets fouled by Clark.
If we've learned anything from Zoe, when she fouls, she's going to make it count.
Yeah. Bobby Johns in Cashton supporting tonight's broadcast. We thank Sue Brigham and her crew. Also, Cashton Building Supply, CBS Design. That's Kevin Kirking and Courtney Kuzi. Father-daughter combination there. Helping us out tonight. And, of course, on Highway 27, it is Cashton Farm Supply. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I don't know if I did, but we'll do it again we'll give them double billing just in case. How about that? Organic farming at its best.
You bet.
Here we go. Anderson with the ball. Comes back over to Ham. 2:26 remaining in the game. They'll lob the pass over to Anderson on the far side next to the VIROQUA bench. Bounce pass, Ham on the right. She will give it up here to Dregney. Back up. And now stolen away. Clark's pass misplayed. And now a shot back up. Anderson, no. And we're going to get a foul from behind. And that means we're going to go all the way down the other end and take some free throws with 2:04 remaining here in the ball game.
Yeah, on that turnover, Ken, I was going to say, you know, before Zoe Clark threw that cross-court pass, you know, VIROQUA's been handling the pressure, but then Nevin picked that pass off. So.
There's Brando with the rebound. And she's done a good job with 4 fouls in the game. There's Anderson. She'll drive, and that's going to be a foul. Ham tried to get the block and got the arm. Well, thanks going out to the Bank of Cash in Scott Wall. And, boy, check out that new bank. New bank, but still the same great facility and all the things that they have when it comes to loans for you, whether it's mortgages, car loans, you name it.
Yeah, free throw bug kind of getting Brookwood here at the back half of this game as well.
Yep, Anderson will get 1 of 2. Here's a quick outlet pass. Dregney loses the handle. Quick pass over to Berg. Her bank shot, no good. Anderson with the rebound and a travel call coming. Could almost sense that one.
A lot of learning going on here in this game, I can tell.
Yeah.
On both teams.
Brando with the pass. She'll kick it over to the right side. No. Anderson up and over the top again. Wow. Anderson and Anderson. Now it'll be a foul. Vanessa just turns and walks away.
They're fouling cousins.
Yep. 1:31 to go in the ball game. 44-33. 11-point advantage here. Thanks to ADRC, the Agent and Disability Resource Center of Vernon County, located right here in VIROQUA, out there in the old courthouse area. Next shot is off front of the rim, no good, and Nevin comes away with the rebound. Gets it up to the ball handlers. Anderson over to Berg. Over to Berg, a 3 on the way, no. Rebound picked up by Scrady on the long rebound.
Yeah, I think they're going to make them foul here. They're going to keep the ball.
Timeout coming. That's by VIROQUA, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Coach Cena wants to talk things over with just under a minute to go in the game. We'll take a break ourselves. Comes the inbound off from the timeout, and a travel here on Zoe Clark. Tough break.
Well, I think Brando got away with a little push in the back.
That'll do it.
There was some momentum at work there from what I saw, but it's an interesting ending to this game. Brookwood's not going away. I mean, they're making it matter.
They're going to call a foul here.
Maddie Ham's going to foul out. Haley Dregney's coming in.
Okay. McGinnis at the line. Misses the first, and a rebound coming away here. That is Tenor now into the ball game. That is Lainey Tenor.
What'd they call that? Was that a travel on her part?
Well, I wonder. No.
It almost had to be.
Must have been. Got the ball in, but Nevin is there. And she double dribbles.
That Nevin, though, I tell you what, she's got some high energy. She does. She's playing hard.
She's a senior. Quick outlet pass to Lore. And she'll slow things down. Good bounce pass. And lost the handle. Back it goes here to Brookwood. Clark wound up on the floor. Here's Anderson. Layup is good.
Well, I think there's a training moment when this game is done for Zoe Clark, you know, to understand time in a game and what's going on.
18 seconds left.
They're going to put Vanessa on the line a little bit.
Keep her there. First one bounces out.
Well, getting a 10-point lead here sure would make a difference with 18-7 left.
Anderson, Brando, and McGinnis coming out of the ball game.
Kind of conceding a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit there. Vanessa hits the second one. Tinar misses. Tracking it down is Clark. And they're going to let that one just play out. Jessica with the ball, and that'll do it. 45-35 is your score here. And let's go real quick here and take a look for Brookwood. I have Vanessa Anderson for 22 points, Tom, for the evening. Really great game for her.
She had a heck of a night.
McGinnis with 2, Berg with 5, and Brando with 3, and Nevin with 2 to round out the scoring. But Vanessa Anderson leading all scorers tonight. And for the victorious Blackhawks, Jessica Anderson with 6, Whitney Scrady with 5, Maddie Ham with 8, as I have it. Zoe Clark, a big night with 14, and Vanessa Lohr with double digits. That free throw put her at 10. So 2 players in double digit figure here for the Blackhawks, and a nice win this evening.
Yeah, I think a great game, good contest between both teams, and unfortunate for Brookwood they couldn't get their first win, but I think it'll draw some confidence for the VIROQUA Blackhawks here as they move into conference play, and I think just good coaching on both sides. It was you know, they tried to use their advantages, and Vanessa Anderson was a force in the second half for Brookwood. Well, good balance on the part of VIROQUA.
Oh yes, very, very much so. They played. They were gelling as a team. It was fun to watch tonight. They did a great job, and you know, Vanessa for coming back with just practices. I tell you what, she was making some nice shots, but throwing some very good passes to lead the way here for VIROQUA tonight.
Yeah, definitely more important for her assists than her offense. I mean, she really had some nice assists tonight. No doubt.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of VIROQUA Blackhawk girls basketball. They pick up a non-conference win tonight, 45-35 here. And again, my thanks to Tom Lohr helping us out. Tom, we'll plan on another one sometime next week, maybe.
You bet. Let's hope so.
All right.
If I'm hired.
You're hired. No problem there. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you later on somewhere on the hard court. So long for now.